Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gershwin, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about the Sons of Medusa. Now, before we get into the Sons of Medusa, I want to announce the winners of the Plague Knights, or the Spellcrow Plague Marine-ish giveaway, and that winner will be marked right there. So please, if you are the winner, just give me a quick message either on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Private message us. Let us know that you are the winner with your address, and we will ship you the awesome bits that Spellcrow has given us. And again, thank you so much, Spellcrow, and thank you guys so much for participating. If you participated and you did not win, don't worry. There's more giveaways to come, a lot more giveaways to come. So again, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all our giveaways and our Warhammer 40K videos. With that said, let's get into 40 facts about the Sons of Medusa. The Sons of Medusa differ somewhat from their prescription of the Codex Astartes in combat structure, while remaining true to its tenets at the tactical and squad level. The chapter follows a unique organizational pattern derived in part from their progenitor, the Iron Hands chapter. The chapter is divided into 3 war clans, each of which is further divided into a battle company, a tactical company, and a support company, rather than the usual division into 10 companies of 100 Astartes each. The battle and tactical companies conform roughly to their codex equivalents, while the support company comprises a mixture of Devastator, Assault, and Veteran squads. The chapter also does not maintain a dedicated scout company as required by the dictates of the Codex. Instead, each of the war clans maintains a body of neophytes and initiates, which is considered to be an auxiliary force. Like all chapters, the actual strength of the Sons of Medusa can vary greatly based upon current levels of attrition in the ranks and status of its scout force. The scout force in particular can vary in size, as the chapter is notoriously harsh on its neophytes, brooking no signs of weakness or failure in them. For those who do not live up to the harsh standards of the chapter, those that falter or fail in the judgment of their masters, the fate of a mindless cybernetic servitor in the chapter's forges is the best that they can hope for. In a pattern similar to their forebearers, the Sons of Medusa maintain a non-standard clan structure, which overlays the more traditional pattern of Space Marine organization found within the Codex Astartes. Whereas the Iron Hands are formed of 10 clan companies associated with their homeworld of Medusa's nomadic city caravans, the Sons of Medusa maintain 3 war clans, the Lachesis, the Magra, and the Atropos, which were established by the chapter's founder, Iron Father Seto Solax, during the Moray Schism. The doctrine and hierarchy within these war clans is largely independent of the others, but all owe fealty to the larger chapter command structure and the Council of 3 and Chamber Ferrum. Each of the war clan's insignias and heraldry vary somewhat from the other, with the Mager war clan utilizing the purest form of the chapter's emerald and white heraldry, the Atropos incorporating further elements of sable black in their heraldry, and the Lachesis preferring silver steel. Beyond these individual signs of differences between the war clans, what dogmatic or strategic variances between them exists, as well as true interplay and seniority of the officers within the chapter, remains utterly impenetrable to outsiders. Each of the war clans is commanded by an officer called an Iron Thane, and each of the 3 companies within a war clan is commanded by a captain, attended in a subordinate role by a dedicated chaplain as the master of the doctrine and discipline. The Iron Thanes act in concert to control the chapter as its Council of 3, as the chapter has had no single master since the passing of Seto Solax millennia ago. The chapter's Council of 3 is further advised by the wisdoms of the ancients, the chapter-honored cadre of venerable dreadnoughts. The chapter's unusually extensive brotherhood of tech marines is known as the Chamber Verum. The members of the Chamber Verum are greater in both number and authority within the Sons of Medusa than the Techmarine force found within a standard Codex-compliant chapter. The Chamber Ferrum exists outside the structure of the three war clans, and its purpose is to enforce unity, cementing the chapter together as a whole. It is the Techmarines of the Chamber Ferrum who maintain supplies of vital war material to the chapter's dispersed strike forces. The Chamber Ferrum further manages the disposition of the chapter's fleet, and holds with it the chapter's apothecarion and command of its forges and other facilities. As befits a scion chapter of the Iron Hands, the level of technology and weaponry used by the Sons of Medusa chapter is higher than the Imperial average, even among the usually well-equipped Astartes, and their armory is particularly extensive and diverse. The chapter's forge ships are known to be able to salvage, repair, and produce a wide variety of Adeptus Astarte war gear. Their range of technology is thought to include the extremely rare capability to construct new dreadnought chassis, and build some of the rarer Land Raider variants, such as the Land Raider Prometheus. Like their forebearer among the Iron Hands, the Sons of Medusa have a particular hatred for weakness in any form. This has had a marked effect on their combat doctrine. Like their former Iron Hand brethren, this hatred is extended to their physical body, seeing weakness even in themselves, despite their obviously superior augmented superhuman physique. It is not unknown for an Astarte of this chapter to further enhance himself through biomechanical and cybernetic means, including the replacement of otherwise healthy limbs and organic body parts with bionics. In the year 182 of the 38th millennium, the mighty Belwrath Crusade was launched to liberate and dominate the area of space designated as the Lana Rifts in the northwestern fringes of the Segmentum Pacificus, from the hands of the Xenos and heretics. This crusade, one of the largest of its kind in centuries, was conducted by well over 25 million levied Imperial Guard troops, with unknown numbers of pilgrims and hangers-on swept on in its wake. The crusade was further augmented by 2 Titan legions and 8 Space Marine chapters of various times, with the Sons of Medusa being the most active. The chapter was heavily engaged during much of the crusade with an unknown Xeno species. Within 50 standard years of its inception, the crusade began to falter, and it was at this time that the Sons of Medusa would win the greatest victory of the crusade against the twisted alien race the Imperium named the Helgramites. The chapter circumvented the aliens' attack fleet and conducted a perilous counterattack, striking at the heart of their domain in the star system, codename Wormgyre. Using the arcane science of their explorator Magos allies from the Adeptus Mechanicus, the chapter's modified fleet, which used modified warp drives that repelled the archaic fire that shielded Wormgyre, it provided them with a measure of defense for a time, and allowed them to catch their enemy unaware. With time running out, the Sons of Medusa gathered the might of the entire chapter, and plunged headlong into the heart of the Helgramite throne world. The chapter's attack was as relentless as it was merciless. It was said that the Sons of Medusa killed and killed again, methodically and coldly destroying the vile Xenos creatures, firing until they exhausted the promethium in their flamers, and all their bolter shells were spent. Still they continued the merciless slaughter, with combat blades and chainswords, and even when these dulled and failed, with anything they could find to wield, or just their bare power fists, they fought on. The onslaught continued until the alien-templed cities were painted with a foul pale ichor and served the Helgramites for blood, and half their world had been smashed to ruin. Only then did the Sons of Medusa withdraw. Having torn the heart from the enemy, both militarily and spiritually, the Helgramites' resistance collapsed. In a handful of years, they were no more. Within a century, a great swaths of the Lana Rifts were brought under imperial dominion, and the Sons of Medusa entered the mythology of the new sector's inhabitants, whispered of in the old tales of the Emerald Death. that fell from the stars to punish the God Emperor's foes. And those were 40 facts about the Sons of Medusa. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That puts an end to this chapter. Great chapter. Thanks so much for requesting these, guys. If you have any more requests, please comment down below. And again, we didn't cover everything about the Sons of Medusa, so if you want to read more, check out the wiki page. Link is down in the description below. And again, guys, thank you so much for liking, commenting, and sharing, and, continuing to participate with us. We're going to be doing more giveaways throughout this entire month, really. So stay tuned and keep an eye out for those awesome giveaways. With that said, I'll see you tomorrow. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.